Hey y'all, good morning, afternoon, whatever it is. I'll show y'all a knife project I got going on. Now last week, beginning of last week, my buddy Josh up in Alaska, a lot of y'all know Josh, watch his channel. He called me, wanted a fillet knife. Now he's going on a big salmon fishing trip up in Alaska. I think next week or the next week. It's coming up pretty quick. And them salmon they catch, they're going dip netting. They stand on the rocks and dip net them, tie themselves to the rock with a rope and all this young guy He-Man stuff. I've seen it done on video and on TV, but I don't think I would try it. Anyway, those salmon that they dip net are like this. Big fish, big wide fish. And his friend I believe he said his pastor showed him how they clean them, and they use he uses a Dexter fillet knife. Dexter Russell, same company now. I didn't research them a lot, but I looked them up, saw a picture of one, and I said, I think I can do that. And later on in the week, I went over to my buddy Stump's place. He is downsizing in his shop. I helped him clean off a workbench and move some stuff around. I got a lot of cool stuff I'll show y'all here soon. But what do you think he had in a bucket? He had two Russell Dexter 9-inch fillet knives, exactly like what Josh wants. And this is a pretty old one here. This just says Russell on it, don't say Dexter. Serial number, like that. Now I'm keeping this one, this is mine. But I am making my version of this. Now these are good knives, you can buy them today. And the ones you get nowadays have the plastic handle, and the tang is half tang like this. Well, this is not even half really, but they're melted into the handle like a lot of the modern stuff is. And they're good knives, they're good steel. I'm not knocking the knives at all. See, you got your partial tang there, and then there's nothing here. The metal doesn't go much past those pins right there. So I thought it was just pretty cool that I wound up getting one the same week that he ordered one, and I'd never seen one. I've seen pictures of them, but I've never seen one. So I got me one. Because y'all know I can't make a knife for me and keep it for long. I'll sell it. Anyway, here is my version. Right there. Now, differences in mine versus this one. It's not a direct copy. I don't copy anybody's stuff. Full tang. Absolutely full tang. It's a little bit wider. My blade is. I mean, not much, just a little bit. Steel is just a little bit thicker. And this is a old, one of that old sawmill blade, big long sawmill blade that I've got. It's a piece of that. And overall, it's about maybe a ½ inch, a little bit longer. But that's my version. Now I'm gonna try to get this pretty much finished up today. It's in the middle of the day already before I even got out here. Some of y'all might remember Mama had a big problem with vertigo a while back, had to go to the doctor and all that, and that has flared back up. And she has medication for it. I got her medication now. You take it, she takes it as it's needed. And I was up most of the night with her. Well, I'm up most of the night anyway, but I was up with her. And finally got her settled back down, and she's in the bed resting now, so I'm running back and forth checking on her. So I figured I'd come work on this a little bit. So there it is. Now handles on this one. I'm going to try to use some of this. This is some of that material that Brother Ken made me a while back. It's a resin type stuff. That's that side. I don't know if the camera will show it, but it's one direction it looks red and the other it looks green, like alligator skin almost. And that'll be the back side that you don't see. I'm going to put it on the saw and cut it up. I think this will work. I'm not sure. It might not, but we'll see. I used some very similar that was a little bit thicker on some more knives before. Matter of fact, Josh's his big knife of Josh has got this same type of handle on it. But instead of just being glued and epoxied like the new styles are, this will be actually cut and pinned and epoxy. So this is out of the tempering oven. I still got to do the grind on it, sharpen and grind. And I normally do that before heat treating and tempering. But since this is pretty thin metal, it won't be any trouble to do it like this. So let me get this blade, and it will be gun blued because this steel don't polish up. So I'll gun blue this one, and we'll see it again in a little while. Let me get it cleaned up and get the grinding. Alright y'all, we got the knife finished up. I didn't show a lot more because it's not very exciting. There wasn't much more I could show you that I hadn't shown you already on different stuff. But there we go, right there. Sharpened, ready for a sheath, which I'm going to do that here in just a little while. See that handle? I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. Turn it one way in the light, it looks red, and the other way it looks green. And then that's just the bottom layer of it, and you can see through it just about. You see the pins going through there. Is that pretty cool? I've got enough of this handle material to do maybe 2 more smaller knives, some of these smaller handles. Feels really good to me. A lot of people like it when I do this. I don't know why. That will fillet the biggest, baddest salmon in Alaska, Josh. And you got the coolest salmon knife in the North Pole, guaranteed. I'm trying to get done with this one, the sheath, today, so I can get it set tomorrow. Because he's going pretty soon on his trip, next few days or several days, and I want him to have that ready when he gets his great big bucket of fish, or cooler fish, whatever they call them. There we go. Now once again we'll compare it to the original. This is the Russell Dexter. My version is a little longer and just a little bit wider, not much. And the steel is actually just about the same thickness. But this is old antique steel. Not a lot of flex to it. A little bit, not much. You don't want a lot of flex in a fillet knife if you know how to use a fillet knife, in my opinion. And Josh knows how. So, Alabama boys can skin anything, right? No matter where they're at. Alright, I'll give you one final look when I get the sheath made. It's just going to be a cover slip sheath. Nothing fancy. Keep it protected. Keep from grabbing, cutting yourself. And I'll show you that before the day's over with. Alright y'all, we're all done with the fillet knife. Got a lot of stuff done today. Got a bunch of sheaths made. try my best to get everything mailed out tomorrow. But by the time y'all see this today, there is the fillet knife sheath. There's the knife. Already showed y'all that. Ready to go. Now this knife don't have a name, and this is, I already told Josh, this is his job. He can name that knife because it's his. So there it is. Only one like it in the world. That one right there. Now that'll do it. Outside temperature, according to my thermometer, is 102. In the shop, it is 83, which is good enough to breathe, but a little bit warm. Inside the house, it is much cooler than that. So that's where I'm going. So, thank y'all for watching. Thank you very much for your support, and I'll see y'all next time.